Why are numerous wrestlers departing from WWE? Dijak is just the latest WWE superstar to exit the company, leaving fans puzzled about the situation. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. WWE superstar Dijak, who competed as T-Bar in the short-lived faction Retribution before returning to NXT, is now leaving WWE as of June 28. If you missed the news, WrestleVotes recently reported via X account that Dijak will be finished with WWE on June 28 after WWE decided not to renew his contract. Dijak was drafted back to Raw in 2024 but was mostly an afterthought on the Red brand. Let's delve into the first reason: WWE is trimming the fat. It's clear that TKO Holdings wants a lean, efficient company that maximizes profits and minimizes waste. WWE has done an excellent job of securing additional revenue streams, particularly from sponsorship deals and rights fees for cities wanting to host WWE PPVs, and if recent reports are accurate, TV shows like Raw and SmackDown. During the pandemic, WWE saved a significant amount by releasing a large number of superstars, including major names like Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. Future endeavoring talent like Dijak isn't surprising, but there are other potential departures leaving fans scratching their heads. Reason 2: talents with no room for growth. In some cases, WWE likely feels that certain talents have no further room for growth, or it's not worth the cost of waiting to see if they improve. Two names that come to mind are Dijak and Gable Steveson. While Dijak is a big man with a look WWE once went to great lengths to secure under Vince McMahon, he's also 37 years old. Dijak has been with WWE since 2017, largely on NXT, and aside from his run in Retribution, he spent a long time on the black and gold brand without showing signs of deserving a main roster spot. Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson's recent release baffled some fans. WWE brought him in with much fanfare, hinting he might be this generation's Kurt Angle, a legitimate Olympic gold medalist in wrestling who seemed to have the look and skills to transition to the pro ranks. Despite the initial excitement, WWE was slow to debut Steveson, despite his signing a name, image, and likeness deal in 2020 and reportedly signing with WWE in 2021. Rumor has it Steveson wasn't adapting well to pro wrestling. WWE seemed willing to invest time and money to bring him up to speed, but Steveson's limited appearances made it questionable whether he could make the jump to the pro ranks or if fans had any interest in him at all. In fact, he was heavily booed in NXT when he wrestled against Baron Corbin. In Steveson's case, WWE clearly cut its losses, refusing to continue paying for his contract in what seemed like a losing investment. While Steveson may prove adept at professional wrestling in the future, our next point shows why WWE isn't concerned. Reason 3: an excess of exiting talent. Does WWE have more talent than it knows what to do with? It's a common complaint about WWE, and to be fair, AEW as well. Triple H brought back many released talents when he took over WWE's creative department and signed exiting talent to long-term deals to keep them around and away from the competition. As fans have seen, not all these talents pan out, but they don't have to. WWE has a system in place now where they can bring in young talents from other sports, train them in the WWE system rather than retraining existing wrestlers from the indie circuit, and pay them a modest salary while selecting the cream of the crop. Consequently, WWE has a large existing talent pool and a large pool of potential talent it can draw on. Reason 4: limited TV time. On paper, WWE having 2 weekly TV shows, or 3 if you count NXT, and monthly PPVs means there are many opportunities for wrestlers to work matches and be involved in storylines. However, Triple H's focus on a select number of storylines has led to fewer matches on TV and at PPVs. While many fans believe the quality of storytelling has improved with more consistency, fewer plot holes, and angles that don't insult fans' intelligence, Triple H limits how many storylines are ongoing and, in the process, how many matches there are. Despite his best efforts to give wrestlers more TV time by putting them into factions and booking matches with more superstars, there is far less time for WWE superstars than in the past. The result is that while Triple H likes to use wrestlers in different roles, ranging from glorified extras to featured players, Many wrestlers don't get TV time regularly. While many main event players like Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, and The Bloodline are featured regularly, other talents struggle for TV time, let alone any active storyline. This means some wrestlers know their future in the company involves being stuck putting over other talent with little chance of getting any time in the spotlight. Some wrestlers have no problem putting on good matches and counting the lights for a steady paycheck, Dolph Ziggler being one example. However, with WWE increasingly cutting talent, there are no guarantees for wrestlers, leading them to look elsewhere. Reason 5, a better future elsewhere. For some wrestlers, a decision not to renew a WWE deal is all about the money. Not every talent is an A-lister, but as fans have seen with free agents like Mercedes Moné, there are still opportunities to command incredible salaries while working a lighter schedule. WWE superstars have seen that despite AEW's current ratings and attendance problems, Tony Khan is always ready to break out the checkbook. WWE, on the other hand, is more focused on the bottom line. While it's willing to pay top dollar, it hasn't shown there's a superstar worth breaking the bank over. This is why talents like Will Ospreay and MJF have either signed with AEW or chosen to stay there, likely influencing other talents whose WWE deals are nearing an end. Reason 6, a break from the grind. Despite Triple H's kinder, gentler WWE, where wrestlers can get more time off for family and personal matters, WWE is still a demanding job that takes a physical and emotional toll on its talent. Wrestlers constantly work with injuries, driven by devotion to the company or concern about losing their spot. For some, the chance to take time off and focus on personal lives, like starting or raising a family, is worth stepping away from WWE even if it doesn't mean jumping to another promotion. This may seem risky for secondary superstars, but as fans have seen, the indie scene and secondary promotions are often willing to hire former WWE superstars, regardless of whether they were main eventers or working on events. Reason 6, a break from the grind. Despite Triple H's kinder, gentler WWE, where wrestlers can get more time off for family and personal matters, WWE is still a demanding job that takes a physical and emotional toll on its talent. Wrestlers constantly work with injuries, driven by devotion to the company or concern about losing their spot. For some, the chance to take time off and focus on personal lives, like starting or raising a family, is worth stepping away from WWE even if it doesn't mean jumping to another promotion. This may seem risky for secondary superstars, but as fans have seen, the indie scene and secondary promotions are often willing to hire former WWE superstars, regardless of whether they were main eventers or working on main event. Reason 7, a chance at Hollywood. Interestingly, more wrestlers are trying their luck in Hollywood. Some wrestlers find themselves being courted by Hollywood, with producers hoping to find the next Rock, Dave Bautista, or John Cena. While breaking into Hollywood can be difficult, wrestlers have the advantage of experience in front of a camera, the athleticism needed for films, and often the same agents as actors. Leaving WWE, even temporarily, to pursue an acting career can be a win-win situation. If a wrestler signs on to do a TV show or film, they may find better financial benefits. Even if a wrestler discovers they dislike acting, they can benefit from the extra star power of having appeared on the small or big screen. Thus, when they return to wrestling, a promotion can hype their Hollywood cachet and hopefully get the mainstream publicity most wrestling promotions crave. Reason 8, AEW's decline. Another reason why wrestlers are leaving WWE is the company no longer feels the need to sign talent just to keep them from jumping to AEW. This trend began during COVID when WWE released talents, some of whom signed lengthy deals with the company when Vince McMahon tried to lock down talent from jumping to AEW. That was when AEW was thriving, and there was concern the promotion could put a dent in WWE's business. However, AEW's decline has only reinforced the idea that WWE doesn't need to sign every existing talent to keep them from AEW. With few exceptions, AEW has failed to utilize many of the talents that jumped there when their WWE deals expired. TKO Holdings' philosophy and business practices suggest the company rarely sees anyone as a must-have, with possible exceptions like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. It's a buyer's market, If wrestlers want to work in the world's largest promotion, they can do so if the terms are right for TKO. If not, there are many other talents already working or being trained. Whether this hurts WWE creatively in the long run may not matter to TKO, as the company is making record profits through wrestling content as it is with the WWE brand. There you have it, guys, why so many wrestlers are leaving WWE. Be sure to leave your comments below, and I'll see you next time with more wrestling content.